We're here with John Mariol, Councilman, Ward 7, City of Canton. First topic, Charter Commission.
Yes.
Getting any feedback? You know, there are some votes that have been cast.
Yeah.
You getting any kind of feedback of how the vote's going?
I think it's going good. Talking to a lot of people that have been out campaigning, different charter candidates, and it seems like the reception's very good. The public seems to be open to the idea, and I'm optimistic of a successful election.
Okay. You think the selection of the commission that goes along with the vote in favor of considering a charter for Canton is going to be spread across the city?
I think so, yeah. There's been some efforts on my part, obviously Edmund's part, to help promote candidates that represent the city, and also will do a very good job in that commission. I'm hoping those efforts help get a very good representation from each part of the city, so everyone feels they're properly represented.
Shifting to the mayor's race.
Yeah.
Did you take a side on this one?
Yes, I endorse the mayor.
Okay, and what's your take on how the campaign's progressing?
You know, with the charter campaign, I've been a lot more actively involved in that, but I think the mayor, obviously I thought his debate went very well for him. And I believe that he has a good record to run on, and it's worth talking about. There's a lot of good things happening in the city. I'm optimistic, and I have heard from people that I talk to that they're optimistic about the direction that the city's going in. It's no secret we don't have a lot of money to work with, and one of the things that is not spoke about a lot, but I think is a testament to the success over the past 4 years and 8 years, at least as long as I've been here, when you look at the way that we've leveraged taxpayer dollars with state and federal money, that's something that doesn't get talked about a lot. A perfect example, 12th Street Mahoning Road corridor project, $55 million project. I want to say out of pocket for the city, somewhere between $5 to $7 million. That's a big return on investment. That's just one example. So I think that those are the things that people see, people feel. Maybe they're not talked about as much as they need to be, but that money doesn't grow in trees. You have to go out and look for it. You have to have the right people in the right places, and he has. And I think that's a testament to what he's been able to accomplish during these 8 years.
So when you were talking about not having a lot of money, you're talking about in terms of economic development.
Well, I'm talking about tax money, and it's an odd thing when we talk about bringing in jobs to the city of Canton and our tax receipts. A lot of these jobs that we bring in, companies now know that they are they're really in control. It's a buyer's market for them. Any city will bend over backwards to bring these companies in, so we have to get creative with tax incentive packages for them. That means that while we might not see the effects of the tax dollars that that company brings in the first 10 years, it really is going to pay dividends year 11 and moving forward. And so I understand the link between incoming taxes and economic development, but when you're doing a lot of tax incentive packages like the city of Canton has, it kind of throws that off a little bit. What the deputy mayor is going to provide to us, showing the 10-year 75% tax reduction, how much money that's bringing in versus how much we're having to pay to the school district, I think that's going to tell a better story. We operate on a lean budget, but we have to play the long game. This isn't about what's making the city better a year from now or 2 years from now. We've got to think a decade from now, 15 years from now. In the past, if we would have done that, we probably wouldn't be in the position we're in today. But I think playing the long game is smart, and rather than playing checkers, we have to play chess.
Now, this point that you just made, correct me if I'm not reading you properly, but is this an allusion to the claim by candidate Burnaby that the city's going to be running maybe a $3 million deficit next year?
Oh, I fully expect that we're going to have a shortfall next year. There's things that go into play, but there's no doubt, losing those Timken jobs, that's a significant amount of tax revenue. So there's no doubt that it seems that tax receipts are down. To the extent, to the dollar amount, until the auditor gives us the certification, I think everyone's just guessing, but I personally am going into next year planning on prioritizing and moving money around rather than having money to spend.
And I take it no matter who gets elected mayor on November 3rd, you're going to be moving forward. You're one of the more energetic, aggressive, visionary, forward-looking council people with your Market Square project. And,
very
I
excited
think
about
you're
that.
Well behind the Hall of Fame Village project.
Behind that,
So you're going to be moving forward no matter who the mayor is.
Yeah, we'll make it work. Well, there's going to be a way to do it, and we're going to find a way to do it. I have no doubt in my mind about that.